Now, emergency services in East London are trying to assist those affected by floods. Heavy rains have caused flooding to many homes in informal settlements. Residents have had to flee to churches and community halls. ENCA reporter Nceba Nhlanganiso is in Dansana with the latest. Good afternoon, Nceba. Earlier I spoke to Umama. Good afternoon, apologies for that. Nceba, can you just give us the situation as to where you are currently?
Thank you so much. I'm right here in Tanzania at Border Training Center at the hall here. As you can see behind me, families that are gathered right here where they've got mattresses and about 25 families that are accommodated right here in this room where men and female as well as children are sleeping under one roof in one room. And there are no bathrooms here, no water. And they have to walk actually to the communities around here to go and ask them to help their, their facilities in order to take a shower or bath or anything. So that's the kind of situation that these people are living under. The provincial leadership as well as the Gift of the Givers have paid a visit to these people right here, as well as to other people affected in the area, where they went to check the situation in order to evaluate and to check how many people are affected and how the government is going to make sure they assess them going forward. So promises have been made where the government is promising of coming up with temporary arrangements where these people will be moved to temporary shelters as well. Well, in the meantime, they can't tell how many people that are actually affected, as they are still waiting for the list that will be made, where these people, they need to register to their councillors in order to get a total number, as well as how much this situation have costed. It will cost the municipality in terms of accommodation and temporary arrangements and all of that. Well, earlier on, as I've said, that I spoke to the mother of the deceased, a 19-year-old who's been wiped away by the floods in the area. And let's listen to what the mother has to say earlier on.
Waphuma lumncinci ndandothi tshini nanku lo mntana ehamba namanzi ndiyeke lo bhegi bengicinga ukuba zinto ezibalulekileyo apho ndamleqa nalo mncinci walandela emva kwethu wabaleka. Kubalekile nuthelwa ngumfula thina sesahlala apha phakathi ematyholweni sakhwela emthini yaba kokusinda kwethu oko, kodwa ke nakumntanam ubhubhile omdala.
Mama, xana ubumleqa lo mntana uzama ukuhlangula umntwana wakho, wena usinde njani kule meko ube kanti uyaphila?
Mna ndisinde ngokhwela emthini, nditsalwe ngumntanam ona 16-year-old, otherwise nam mhlambi ngendifile. Wathi mama sugqitha nasi isikhondo, ndaxhaswa sisikhondo wanditsala kuba inzulu laa ndawo besikuyo, wanditsala ndonyuka ndabe nam sihlala emthini, imithi ibijongene so imithi besihleli kuyo. Yiyo loo nto sibe sisindile thina.
For ixesha elingakanani nihleli kulaa mthi nibe kanti nisindile?
Imini bangatsho nabahlali spend 3 hours sicela uncedo, siyakhwaza wonke umuntu uyoyika ungena emanzini because amanzi bemangaka.
Uncedo luzofika after 3 hours. Niye nancedwa njani?
Sincedwe ngabantu abacima umlilo, i-fire brigaders, nabahlali. Omnye umfana kuthiwa ngu-X walapha apha ngakum, omnye umfana kuthiwa ngukhanyisa i-security. Befike bevele emsebenzini batsalisa ziyoyika nazo eza fire brigade ungena emanzini because bona baqashelwe ucima umlilo. Zastrendiswa zastretchwa zanantsi zayongena emanzini zayoxhasa ngalaa mithi sikuyo. Kwabe ke ngoku umntanam yena kuqalwa ngaye uyabelekwa kulo mfana ndithi ngu-X, wambeleka wakhasa ngeleli wayophumela. Nam ndatsalwa ngu-X ndakhasa ngeleli ndayophumela, kwaba kukusinda kwethu oko.
Mama, umntwana wakho amaphupha wakhe bomini bejonga uba yintoni, and ngoku nijongene nomngcwabo ingaba imeko indlela yokuthi nimngcwabe ikhona napha ekhaya?
Andinayo indlela yomngcwaba ncakasane umntwana wam. Umntwana wam ephe ekufundeni kwakhe bebawe uba yi-social worker, kangangento yokubana besandiyolanda njengoba kusenzeke esi siganeko nje ngezolo beyolanda i-ID yakhe Home Affairs because bebenzelwe nguprincipal wabo ezanto zobhala zethutyana.
Mama siyaxolisa ngokwenzekileyo. Enkosi mama ngexesha lakho.
No, certainly very devastating, Neba. There are unconfirmed reports, though, of a third death. Have you been able to verify this as yet?
Yes, I've managed to speak to pull aside the Premier of the province, just to confirm about these deaths, that as you've already mentioned, that there are more deaths that have been reported. The Premier did confirm that 6 people have been confirmed dead in Buffalo City alone, and then there are 4 in the Mbashe local municipality. Well, the Premier of the province says that they are still waiting in terms of to check if there are still more. So we're still waiting. We're still waiting to hear. As he also mentioned that in Mvezo, at the Mvezo where Chief Mandela lives, at the traditional Mvezo traditional house there, there's also a visitors center, that tourist center that has been affected, which cost millions and millions of rands, and it's also been struck by lightning. So it's another disaster that has been reported and confirmed by the Premier earlier on.
Did the Premier touch on capacity issues? Because yesterday we spoke to the Mayor and he said they were quite overwhelmed with all the calls that were being logged.
Well, the Premier, he said in his speech there that he is calling on the business sector as well as the organizations like Gift of the Givers, that we are seeing them being hands-on. They are here on the ground as we speak, even right here in this community hall, in this training center where I'm reporting from right now. The mattresses that we see and the food that people are eating, those are donations that came this morning from the Gift of the Givers. So I think they are hands full. You know, since I can mention in the past 2 months or so, there's been a lot of these, incidents that have been reported just here in the Eastern Cape about, the floods that have been hitting, torrential rains that have been hitting this province. So you can imagine that the provincial leadership is running up and down in order to assist people who are affected by such disasters. And so he's making a call to business sector and all others to come on board and to work together in order to, to help people who are affected by such disasters.
All right. Nongaba will touch base a bit later on as the story develops. 6 dead, in fact, in that story now.